This is a far cry from "looks like meat's back on the menu, boys." I mean, these orcs just aren't scary.
Boy, do I hate being right all the time.
Yo, yo, what up? ¿Qué pasas en Mayang Expawi Salvete? What is going on? What is going on? So today I've got season 1, episode 4 of Rings of Power. Can't believe it's halfway through the season already. I think there's only 8 episodes for Rings of Power. I think there's 10 episodes for House of the Dragon. I think there's 10. I'll double check on that. But I do know that there are 8 episodes for Rings of Power. So we're halfway through this beautiful train wreck that's happening, and I'm just going. I mean, episode 3, like, kind of just broke my mind because of all the jarring juxtaposition of dialogue versus acting. The words were just utterances of sound, and I just trying to make sense of it all, and I couldn't quite do it. I mean, who wrote that dialogue? It's just like, what are you doing? So anyway, I'll leave that for another video. And so we've got the further adventures of Lady Gala, or Commander Galadriel, or whatever you want to call her at this point. I think she is certifiably insane, and she is not someone who thinks things through. Don't know how she got to be a commander of an army, given the fact that she, pretty much left somebody behind in like the first episode. And she wants to paddle from Numenor to Middle Earth in a skiff. I mean, how is she going to allocate provisions in a skiff? All right. So anyway, that's that. I'll let that go for now. So this episode is called Great Wave. Don't know what to expect. I don't know the storyline, so I'll be looking at it with a fresh perspective. And so yeah, here we go.
We gather daily to hammer out our island's future.
Hammer out our island's future.
We gather to welcome those
who wrote this.
That future. One as boundless as a sun. Her wisdom guide thy steps.
Where Middle Earth you from? India. Where Middle Earth you from? Bangladesh. Where Middle Earth you from?
Sometimes our island just needs a stretch. Just like you.
What? What is this garbage?
You must be the new apprentice.
Oh my god.
And your name is...
Hey, Aryan. Plans. Now.
Oh. Okay.
You vex me, elf.
I'm terribly vexed.
And you gallop off to our countryside to steal ancient scrolls.
His people are scattered, leaderless.
Oh God, no.
Behind his banner.
No. Hard pass. Hard pass.
Much as well. I call on you to finish the task left undone. To reforge the alliance between Numenor and elves.
Oh my God.
Proposals. I dare say yours is the most surprising and ambitious I've heard in weeks.
She just asked you to go to war.
Numenor has chosen another path.
She...
Not all Numenor.
Ah.
King or carpenter, the Southlander will face judgment. This audience is ended. Or are you a castaway, grasping for a handhold in a tempest?
There is a tempest in me. It swept me to the island for a reason. And it will not be quelled by you, Regent.
Oh, this is the appropriate
Tell
response.
me. Tavern brawl.
Sedition.
Oh, he's an elf who wrestles. You got cauliflower here. This is a far cry from "looks like meat's back on the menu, boys." I mean, these orcs just aren't scary.
I'm not going in there. There might be more food.
So
Come on, this place is deserted.
they didn't think about taking provisions with them on the way to the tower. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, is he gonna kill an orc or something? And then this is where the blade recovers itself more, or it grows again, something like that.
No? Thank you.
I don't get why this is a thing. I don't get why this is an issue. I mean, why, what does it matter if Durin's hiding?
Believed me. He's not easily taken in, that elf.
Certainly not. I'll tell you later.
I'll let you know. Be better keep our lives down.
We're making good progress in the old mine.
I mean, I get the fact that they're doing business together and all that, but in another sense, I mean, so what? Durin has other things to do. I mean, he gave them workers to work on the thing. I mean, he's doing the thing. Leave the man alone. Yeah, he's got a lot of other stuff going on. It's like, what? This is so poorly segued, so poorly written. It's just.
Rich crown, kiss the stone.
And on top of that, the fact that he's now entering here. I mean, he doesn't. What? This is like. This is not his business. I mean, this is really none of his business. I mean, he.
I knew it!
I care nothing for whatever is in that chamber. I do care for you.
Oh,
For this
God.
wretch.
What?
And secrets do not become it.
Oh.
What is the meaning of all this?
Durin is the prince of the kingdom, man. He's allowed to have
I need your oath.
other stuff going on. And a lot of good an oath is going to do.
Hunter Mountain, you'll never breathe so much as a whisper of what I'm about to tell you to another living soul.
I'm not in the habit of going off with strange young men.
Very wise. If I see any, you'll be the first to know.
All right. It's like the one line for the episode. Hey, if we could get one line per episode, I mean, if I see any.
men?
Are you really about to advise me in the art of war?
No.
Wow, I suddenly realized why this episode is not as annoying. We haven't had nearly as much as Galadriel in it.
Court isn't
It's
exactly
been bearable.
usual. Is it?
Go on.
I wouldn't advise that.
I can't very well let her leave.
You could, if you knew exactly where she was going.
I hate being right all the time. Oh, it's just, I don't even...
What are you doing up here?
I had a dinner.
I met someone.
Who is he?
Where's your uniform?
I met someone.
Resigned from the cadets. Did you?
No worse.
You got dismissed.
Ah,
Dismissed.
what was that? Man, she really is a biatch.
Intrusion. But
He no longer answers to that.
This is... Anything with Galadriel is just... This is just embarrassing. This is...
It's all right, Father. I'm here.
This is just sad.
I did not know.
If you know the full extent of his decline,
Like, why are you...
keep it that way.
Why are you still here?
There's no time for truth between us.
Truth, but...
Father was loyal to the elvish ways. Why are you not?
My father was always restrained in his beliefs.
Oh, and it's okay now. She just broke in.
Became strong, returned to the old ways.
No, this is the scene.
And when he announced this one was passed to my father, and with it a secret.
And you're gonna use it?
Place your hand upon it.
Oh my god.
I must warn you.
I have touched Palantiri before.
But you have not touched this one.
Oh.
It is Numenor's future you saw.
Palantiri show many visions.
Oh, no,
Some
they,
that will never come to pass.
It has
No, they-
already come to pass.
no, they don't.
The vision begins with your
No,
will.
no, they don't.
You believe I will bring about Numenor's downfall? The only one who sees. The only one who knows.
You cannot be
Numenor
serious.
doesn't bear that burden alone any longer.
Oh.
Choose not the path of fear, but that of faith.
Faith in what?
Let Numenor fight alongside the elves once more.
You'd had a better chance in the daytime. He's still trying to get the food. Oh. Are the ones with the long beards all women too?
Durin might have been in that shaft when it...
Oh,
I'm
God.
sorry. I'm sorry I lied to you.
You were faithful to my friend. That is all we need to remember.
Oh.
Elrond,
Oh, shucks.
you might be able to settle something.
See, this makes me... I need to do analysis on... I don't know. But this scene feels so much different than any scene with Galadriel.
Elrond has
It-
invited me to go with him to London tomorrow.
I mean, are they having different people write these different characters? You know, I mean...
Elrond has been very convincing in his assurance.
Thank you.
Well... Cringe.
What's wrong?
Somehow he managed to still hang on to the sword, huh? Oh, here's the... Is he gonna jump ship again?
I will serve.
Oh my god.
Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Greetings. This episode brought to you today by yours truly at Blue Mesa Studios. Please have a look at the links for Patreon. I'm also on Buy Me a Coffee and several other places that are shown on your screen. If you'd like to support the channel, that would really help me out a lot. Thank you for watching, and now on with the show. Okay, all right. I'm gonna try to get through this. This one was a little better, I think, than last episode because there wasn't as much of Galadriel in it. And you know, I honestly gotta say, I do have to say that some of the scenes with the dwarves, I'm gonna try to pick out this one positive thing. This little hint at a positive thing. That's how it should be. I mean, during the third King Durin, yeah, this is how you do it. And they know that. And so it's like they're cherry picking these elements. It's like each scene has its own different, distinct feel, and it's like it was written and directed by its own people, you know, and then the stories just kind of spliced together. I don't know, because the feel is just different across these 3 or 4 different storylines, and oh man, it's just like it's so like cognitive dissonance. It's just like fingers on the piano. Well, this kind of sounds bad over here, and then this kind of sounds harmonic over here, and then this all sounds terrible. I don't know how else to describe it. I mean, it's actually like pulling my brain apart, because I can't tell you the cohesive narrative. I can't tell you the one thing. It's like it's too busy, and it's like, stop, go 100 miles an hour, stop, go 100. I don't know how to describe it. It's just bizarre. I just don't know how to describe it. I'll have to research it or something, because maybe it is a film technique that I'm not familiar with. I mean, there's plenty of that, I'm sure, but maybe it's a way of filmmaking that is meant to produce that. I mean, shoot, that's what Rian Johnson said he wanted to do with The Force Awakens, with not The Force Awakens, but the Last Jedi. The Last Jedi. He wanted to subvert expectations, and so you can do that by taking the audience in and out of the moment. So you can show them something that is actually really cinematographically good, and the moment, the scene is solid, and it doesn't have any of the identity politics. It doesn't have tropes. It doesn't have wokeism. It doesn't have all this stuff. It's just a solid scene that communicates a narrative and an emotion and a story. So if you, I'm thinking of this I come from a programming background. I also did some humanities as well, for my school. So I've kind of I'm kind of thinking of this in a technical perspective, in a technical manner, from a production standpoint. And here's how. You have a movie or a video that is comprised of scenes. Each of these scenes has qualities. There's like emotional tone, it's characters, the dialogue, the visuals, the behavior. So you get these multiple parameters going on, and you kind of have you have a parameter up here, parameter here, parameter here. So you can start playing with the dials. You see, you can start playing with the settings of a scene. And so I'm thinking of it that way in terms of a technical perspective. So there are objectively good ways to tinker with those dials, with those settings, okay? And that produces an objectively good scene, an objectively good narrative, that communicates a meaning. However, there are plenty of ways to screw all that up. So if you have a set of scenes, some of them are going to be good, some of them are going to be not so good, all right? And how you juxtapose those scenes together to give the viewer something to watch will take the viewer through an emotional roller coaster. It really does. I mean, that's what it's meant to do, because you connect with it or you don't connect with it, and then you experience an emotion or you don't. And the tone can be all over the place. So that's why, I'm looking at this in terms of a series of scenes. And so they can put this together in a way that takes the viewer in or removes the viewer out of the moment, out of the element, out of the narrative, by the quality of the scene. So anyway, just to bring it all back around, some of the scenes were good and some of them weren't. So the scenes with Galadriel, the more Galadriel is on screen, the worse the episode is. Saw that with episode 3. Episode 3 was terrible. This episode, slightly better, because we have dwarves. And we have Durin actually doing stuff, which is cool, I think. So, I mean, it's just like stuff keeps, I just don't know, because my brain keeps getting pulled in so many different ways. And maybe that in itself is an indicator of the quality. I mean, think of it this way. I mean, if you go into a movie and you spend 2 hours of your time watching a movie, and you come out of the movie and you're like, wow, that's it. That's really all you have to know. That's all you really have to know in order to know that you've had a good viewing experience, because you are left with a sense of positive emotion. You're left with an uplifting sense, or one good feel. You are left with something different. You're left with an improvement. You're left with more knowledge. You're left with a better feeling. You're just, it's cohesive. It is congruent. This, it's just all over the map. And so I'm trying to harmonize all these things in my head. I'm trying to make sense of it all, but it's just not working. And so the overall narrative, I mean, these are just set pieces. These are just set pieces of some kind of story. I mean, and they're just not, it's just not there. So we got through it, halfway there, and now, you know, I mean, of course, you know, the girls are going to team up and do the go fight monster thing, you know, and travel the world, Thelma and Louise, and they're gonna ride off into the sunset, or the sunrise, I guess it would be. So it's just like, okay, all right. So, Rings of Power, Season 1, Episode 4. Till next time, appreciate y'all, and peace out.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother...